Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we are, game number 3, excuse me, of OG versus Mad Lads here. This is a best of 5, and right now OG up 2-0 here in the finals matchup. They're on the verge of claiming their spot at the major tournament that is. Mad Lads trying to not only stop that, but eventually get to themselves, but it's one game at a time. They'll need to win 3 in a row at this point. I'm BreakyCPK, joined by Kyle as my co-caster. Kyle, welcome back. Just for a break there.
Radiant team ban.
Here we go.
Hey.
Draft underway.
OG bans DP themselves after taking it in the first phase the previous 2 games.
That they do, yeah. So I wonder if the first 2 games they were Radiant both games, if I'm not mistaken. So I wonder if that has something to do with it.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay.
They are dire first pick this game. I'm not sure who had priority.
Remaining.
I think they had it in game 1 and they won the toss there for game 3, and I think they took first pick and Mad Lads chose Radiant instead of Dire. That's what I think happened. I also think the DP gyro ban set up for what I would imagine is going to be like a first pick Tiny or just a first pick Jarek's hero, but I think the DP ban tells me they might want Tiny because they've now played DP against Tiny twice. I think that's like one of your ideal counters to the hero, and I know OG likes to play that quite a bit.
That they do. And can play it obviously as usual in several different positions, from S4 to No-Tail to even Mad. So we'll see what they decide. Man, they're thinking a long time about this third ban, and they eventually settled for a Batrider ban. It's on a Mad Lad, so a little more.
It's like a Tiny and Earth Spirit. I've seen them first pick Witch Doctor a couple times, but I haven't seen that have much success. I'm not really a believer, so. Interesting to note also, OGs followed the same archetype in like a lot of their recent drafts, where they open with the Mad hero and Jarek's hero into the third pick Fly's hero, and they've actually been last picking S4's hero like quite a bit, which I kind of agree with, because I think the offlane is like not only one of the most important roles, but I think S4 is just super talented, especially when he's given a favorable matchup. And there's the Tiny in response once again from Mad Lads. They've lost the last 2 games with it, but obviously they still believe.
OG's turn to pick.
Bane Tiny.
They're believing in the Bane as well. Cinderin, he's been playing a lot of Rasta this event, and even in game 1 he did as well. But this time they go with the Bane instead.
I liked Bane a lot more when Enfeeble wasn't nerfed. I think
team ban.
Really early pick Viper right away. Oof. I think that when you look at heroes, I always think about like what tools do they have, like what can they do in a game, and how many options do you have to choose from. And now that you're playing mostly for like brain sap, and sleep, wow, instead of previously where you could just show up to a lane, enfeeble a guy 10 times, and he just can't play the game. It's just a different hero, and now you're playing for this grip, but you're against an Earth Spirit and now a Viper, and both of these heroes are really annoying for a Bane to deal with. And as you brought up, like the Rasta, I like that hero a lot because you have wave clear, you can kill towers, you have disable that isn't your ultimate. Like it's just a different hero concept, but it just feels like you can do more with it. Whereas Bane is very limiting as far as what you can do with your draft from this point.
Yeah.
Turn to ban.
Oh, they got the Bane, so they're having to make the best of it. They're going to be going up against a Viper. It sounded like how quickly they picked it. Clearly confidence there from OG. But I will say, when they haven't been picking Death Prophet, it's usually been Viper, it feels like, for Mad's hero in that middle lane.
This time, I like it, though. I think it's just, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Like, they Earth Spirit DP'd in game 1, now it's Earth Spirit Viper. They'll probably third pick Fly's hero. And I wouldn't be surprised to see it be Warlock once again, in truth, but we'll see.
Yeah, Warlock, I hear that you're definitely a fan of. You know for playing of occasionally, and OG's ran it a couple times here.
Yeah, Fly's a bigger. I don't know. Fly is all about these defensive supports. Like I've seen him try to make Dazzle work. He makes Warlock work, and I like those heroes. They're fun to play. I think they're good, but they just never seem to work whenever I drafted them.
5 seconds remaining.
He may know something more than I do,
which
could explain those 4 majors. Who knows?
It's pretty good success that he's had, yeah.
And it's okay. It's not like it's 5. Jordan had 6.
True. That's true. Well, he's not that status yet, at least. Bill Russell had, what, 9? 9 or 10, I want to say.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's
different era, though. We can just cut Wilt Chamberlain was the greatest NBA basketball player, arguably like the greatest athlete of all time. Okay, that man was like 7'1", and never mind.
For what it's worth, I actually agree with you.
10
We're on the same
seconds
page there.
remaining.
All right. Anyways, a lot of people don't have no clue who that name is, so
5
we'll just
seconds
continue
remaining.
on. Lycan, as well as the Life Stealer bands from Mad Lads. We had a Terrorblade, very carry heavy on both sides here, really. These follow-up bands.
I like the Terrorblade ban's just good from OG's perspective. Like, you don't want to play against it, kind of dumpsters Viper. And then once they ban TV, Mad Lads bans Lycan because that's like the counter to Lycan in this meta. And they also just got run over by one. I think it's once again, like, I could see a Visage being a pick.
Radiant team
They
pick.
could go back to their Arc Warden, but I like don't understand that hero, so it's hard for me to predict it.
You know, it's been interesting that Omni Knight has not made ban or pick appearances in this series so far. That's just
It's been
hitting me.
really hard, to be fair, in like all the lineups that Omni would be playing in. You just look at the openers.
10
You got like
seconds
Rasta
remaining.
Tiny versus DP Earthspirit in game 1, and then this opener. Like, you don't want to
5
play Omni into
seconds
either of these
remaining.
drafts.
Okay. So third pick, Mad Lads. Thinking of where they want to go. They're position 4, of course, still needed. It goes back to last game going the whole Ancient Apparition Bane and didn't necessarily work out, so maybe more of a traditional position 4. Tusk is still there. Obviously, your Spirit picked up and takes
Return to
Assassin.
Tusk.
Go Tusk. Oof. Quick response with the Warlock. There we go.
Yeah.
As expected. So
Yep.
they got their team fight.
Just like the Golem pretty much makes Bane, I don't want to say unplayable, but
seconds
you have
remaining.
this. It's really nice when you're playing against Bane to have an immediate grip cancel
5
from your
seconds
5.
remaining.
Because that's like the main thing and main tool Bane's going to use in the game in a fight. And Warlock's just like, nope. And he's healing the guy that you went for in the first place. Also really good against Tiny and Tusk. If you just upheaval on top of the snowball, like they're just slowed forever. And as long as he
turn
just heals
to
this
pick.
Viper,
Phantom
he's going to live.
Lancer.
Oof. PL, I would have liked to see them save that pick for last. Very strong here, but I actually think Viper matches up better against PL after this change to his kit versus previously, because the AoE break from your W actually
seconds
removes
remaining.
juxtapose from both the PL and his illusions. Essentially,
5
if PL is
seconds
standing
remaining.
in your Toxin AoE, he cannot make new illusions from auto attacks.
That makes sense and is a very interesting idea
Yes.
against him, yeah. So then
You're
another
also
toxin.
playing against Earth Spirit, an immediate stun silence. So, like, PL can't play the same way he usually does, in and out constantly, being super
Radiant
annoying,
team
and
ban.
they have answers. And then there you go, the S4 Lesh. That's the danger of fourth picking PL. Now it's a really bad PL game, and they have a beautiful setup for this Lesh. You have a Warlock to heal him, and the Fatal Bonds plus Lesh's AoE damage is crazy. You have Earth Spirit as a setup stun, and you
10
have heals,
seconds
you have team
remaining.
fight, and it just fits the tempo and style of the way OG wants to play Dota.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we've seen the Leshrac a couple of times, and you're right. I think the Fatal Bonds is like the biggest thing as far as the synergy with this lineup between Earth Spirit and Leshrac, especially as you're getting at. So there's going to be a lot of intense damage across the board that Mad Lads will have to deal with some way, somehow. But I will say, so you mentioned S4 Leshrac. Yeah, he's the one that's been playing it, usually in the mid lane, but with the Viper already, I mean, what could they safe lane the Viper here with the mid Leshrac and then off lane final pick, or what?
You can kind of just get the matchups you want. I think Viper in the safe lane against a Tiny is
OG's
ideal.
turn to ban.
You also match up okay against PL, although I have seen some PLs just absolutely dumpster Vipers. So I think you do want to put the Lesh there, also because then the Earth Spirit actually has some kill potential.
Yeah.
And I do think Viper Warlock, like, how do you beat that lane, even if you brought all 3 heroes bottom, the
10
Tiny and the 2
seconds
supports?
remaining.
You just heal the Viper, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
5
tough kill to
seconds
make
remaining.
happen. So, all right, well, see what OG decides to go with in the end. Obviously, the Visage final ban from Mad Lad, so the hero that's another hero that we have seen a couple times and definitely do work on OG specifically. Timbersaw is coming to mind for me as well right now for a possible OG hero. Feels like yet another great PL against him.
Maybe, I don't know. But they need a no-tail hero. I think they need another frontliner type hero. Like, they need something that gets into the fight and creates space for, like, the Viper Lesh. Like, last game you saw Lycan kind of just providing a distraction, and and it makes Willow, like, super easy to play. And the key with these heroes like Willow and Warlock and Dazzle is you need other things distracting your opponents so that you can stay alive and always be able to cast your spells well. So I'd rather them have some. I mean, the Timbersaw could work, to be fair. I just feel like they might want like one more little setup stun, but.
All right, well, they're thinking a while about their final man. We're focused on OG's lineup. Yeah, what about Mad Lads on the other side with the tiny Phantom Lancer core already? So, but again, it's like they don't really know who they're going to match up against either, so it is a tough call as far as the lanes go. So, yeah, I think that's why it's taken so long for OG to make this
The other
ban.
thing to keep in mind, they need more of like an off-lane type hero. They already have 2 cores. They can't pick something like a Sven. It'd be, I think, way too greedy. And you have like an off-lane Viper or something weird. They need maybe a DK Timbersaw type hero.
Turn to pick. Radiant team pick.
Eventually set up for the Brewmaster.
Omni-Knight. All right, that works too.
Go figure.
Yeah, same concept. And it just makes this Lesher Viper like nigh invulnerable. So when you're repelled, the PL's defusal attacks don't do anything to you. Like, I feel like this PL's got to get a Battle Fury and just crush this game and just farm like crazy.
Remaining.
But I feel like OG is just gonna kill towers in the meantime, and I don't actually
5
see like
remaining.
how Mad Lads take objectives in this game once again.
I will say Midaro's played a mean PL several times in this event, but yeah, with the matchup this game as you're getting at, it's you can play as best as you can, and it still could be difficult. Phoenix, the final pick, really? Jesus, Phoenix.
Good here. Like, it has good matchups. It's difficult, but like, this is my concern. Is like, don't they just initiate on the Phoenix and kill him?
Maybe. That's the idea.
I would have liked to see something that gave them a window to win the game later on. Like Medusa, Invoker, maybe. Honestly, I have no idea. I feel like this pick had to do a lot for them, and I don't think it accomplished enough. Game is still winnable, but I look at OG's lineup, and I'm just thinking they're going to walk down a lane in the mid game, be invulnerable, and just kind of be this. I don't even know a good analogy. They're gonna just be a big ball and just kind of crush everything in their path.
Yeah. Ball of pain. So we are at a pause here. Happened quite a bit with Mad Lads. Like I said, they like a little bit of extra strategy time going into the actual game itself. But unpause happens, and here we go, game number 3. So. Yeah, it's one of those cases. Definitely, it's hard to really understand maybe what the Phoenix pick, but at the same time,
10 seconds
see what Mad Lads does here. And now the ultimate question, right, is how the hell are the lanes going to look? By the way, No Tail's playing the Omni-Knight. Mad's playing the Viper, sure enough.
Yep.
Okay.
OG's kind of taking a page with the addition of Mad. I think they're playing a lot more like EG in that they're empowering their offlaner, who used to be a mid player, and playing around him a lot more, and then putting their old, used to be retired and or coach player on Viper every game.
Yeah.
Viper, DP, Visage.
Yeah, it's
specific, but I think Noto would play the Visage.
Yeah, No Tail usually would play the Visage, yeah. So it's really like Viper and DP, like I mentioned. I'm trying to think of another hero that maybe he has played this event, but those are definitely the two that stand out there, so. Going to be on Viper yet again. And making sure
he actually,
comfort.
Did he play it? No, he's played he played Luna once, but the other one I would add is just Dragon Knight.
Okay, yeah, DK's on that list as well, yeah.
DK, Viper, DP. The Fear specials, and now the fucking Mad specials.
Effing Mad.
Effing Mad, yeah.
Yeah, there's your one for the cast. Got out of the way. By the way, apparently CE6, I guess it like translates to Seb, which is his name apparently. So, or something
I'll just start
like
calling
that.
him Seb. That's easy.
Yeah.
That's what I would say to him in person anyway. I like the wards. They use an initial smoke on OG to get some good wards up. I really like this one on this hill. It's really nice if it's unseen. Top lane, messing with Buryu.
Yeah, Buryu's gonna take some good damage here, and I mean, okay, the
They
shard
saw
block.
this ward. Also mid, since they were smoked, they saw Buryu place that ward, or not Buryu, but Cinderin place the ward mid, so they're going to be able to get the mid ward 100%, and they will not be able to take the one away from OG. They already gave S4 a sentry for it.
Yeah. He's sitting with that, so as soon as the lane comes up, he'll take care of that most likely.
Yep. You don't want to give away your vision.
This early on. So yeah, you mentioned the very aggressive ward at the top lane, Keizu. So how is he going to fare in this lane? He's going to be going up against a Viper up here, as well as maybe even the Earth Spirit roaming around. Phoenix offlane, again, we don't see it much.
Seen Secret utilize it, but in those games, they always would pick it with two heroes that the Phoenix is just stalls the game and provides you a lot of team fight. But when Secret picks it, they have like an Earthshaker with a Lone Druid and an Invoker as their cores. And once you get to the late game, you secure it. Whereas this time, I feel like OG's mid game and even their into late game transition might just be better than their opponents.
Yeah. Well, decent block to start, of course, using the shard to its advantage, so Keizu should be okay as far as maybe getting some last hits in here. Jarex, though, he's not afraid. He's just going to charge on in. Get caught in the Ice Shard block, but it's a lot of back and forth. So who's going to fall back first? As apparently Keizu needs to bind that hotkey for Phoenix. There we go. It's been a while since he's played it, perhaps. Bottom lane, Fly's going against Cinderin. Cinderin's the one that has to be careful now running. Purification from Omni Knight coming out, but yeah, Omni Knight Warlock in the off lane. Emoji. Going aggressive. That seems like it's you know, between the Shadow Word and, you know, Purification spam from No-Tail. Would you expect OG set up here to have a pretty good time, or?
I mean, I don't know how you lose this lane. This is something from a couple of years ago in the meta. Used to play against Team NP doing this all the time. Just send a Warlock and some other healer bottom. And you, in the past, you could just Shrine right away, but now they can just kind of heal themselves over and over, run out of regen, Shrine later, and in the meantime, they just pressure and win the lane.
Yeah. Maybe like a Necrophos before. Not so much anymore. Now it's Omni Knight with the Warlock. But yeah, he got a little low right there, but of course, eventually gets back and pops the Salve. He's fine for now. Phantom Lancer versus the Leshrac in the middle lane, meanwhile, is the matchup. So we have action in all three lanes. Look at the top right now. This could definitely be the first play. Phoenix has the Icarus dive, going to take the snowball into Jerax right there. They want this kill first, the Icarus dive away, and they do kill the Earth Spirit. Phoenix, though, the dot will take him down.
If he had that last tango before, 5 seconds ago, he might have lived, but it's all good. Good play, though. Really nice snowball.
Invisibility.
Jerax picks up the Invis in front of Tusk. I don't know if you actually saw that happen, but yeah, you do see the sentry. Leshrac did take care of that ward to confirm right away. So already that slight advantage. And how is that going middle lane? 10-1 Phantom Lancer, 9-2 Leshrac. So Madara's actually managing all right, considering the matchup there. It's top lane for you. More dot. It's got to feel the burn of Viper with level 2 poison attack. Some good damage, especially if he gets consecutive attacks off. So, is it surprising though that Phantom Lancer is doing pretty well actually here in the middle lane against Leshrac?
I mean, I think PL just has so much more damage at the very start of the game that you have an innate advantage. Also, melee heroes with Quelling Blades, like it's just so much easier to last hit, and you don't really miss any for free. Lech kind of has to earn every single last hit, so I think it's pretty even. The real timing for S4 is when he hits 6. That's when PL gets threatened.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we have a lag spike there. that was everyone. That happened yesterday a couple of times, unfortunately. So, well, that Dota Plus and the Battle Cups and everything. All right, quick resume. We're good to go. Top lane, you see Buryu porting back in after getting some regen. But this top lane, it's Phoenix 9-3. You have Viper, though, 13-4, so the advantage for the Viper there. The bottom lane, though, is where it's really successful for Mad Lads right now. Koifa, he's 20-3 down here.
That's just a tiny factor. This hero is so strong in lane. I mean, the tree is just... I mean, he has tree and a Quelling Blade. You know, how do you ever miss a last hit?
Yeah. Top lane, Jerax.
He can't kill Fly here, though.
Watching it up here. Tusk going for the 4-minute bounty rune. Jerax is probably going to fall right here. Almost trying to get himself killed by neutral. It's not going to happen, though. But now Viper's running in Phoenix. Snowball saving initially. Towards the creeps. He does not have that Icarus dive, though. Is he going to reach?
Watch his bottom in the meantime.
Yeah, he goes down. Yeah, bottom lane, Nightmare on a no-tail. Taken off immediately by Warlock, though. Cinderin putting an auto attacks on him now. And there's the toss to try to finish the job. They take him out. Good vision being kept. Natty No Tail, though, he pops Purification. Not only will live, but Cinderin gets caught by the splitter at the final auto attack.
Cinderin and Qualifier could have killed both. They miscued and went for different heroes with their tree throw and their brains that they could have killed Omni for sure, 100%. So they both end up going down. They only get the Warlock. Very unfortunate. Mid lane, you can have a nice 5-position play. Fly's gonna fill the bottle.
Radiant's top tower
What a player.
is under attack.
Like, can appreciate those plays right there.
Oh yeah.
S4, full bottle, good to go. Top lane, Jerix is really deep up here. Behind the tower, and actually going to be found, so he's in trouble. Nightmare, oh, that was awkward. Snowball connects, kinda. But they should secure this kill. Barrel roll, going to be blocked. They should secure this kill. They are going to. Okay, whew, that was a little scary there for a second. Chris dive forward, but now actually Mad's in trouble, so this could be more all of a sudden. Viper's going to go down most likely. Grows to scale level 2. He's tanked up, but the Brain Sap will finish the job on him. Yeah, save your teammate syndrome kicking in right there. Ends up going down because of that. Meanwhile, Madara, though, may fall in the middle lane. Jerix, as soon as he resurrects, he TP's mid and he secures that kill onto him. So action all over the place. 10 kills at not even 6 minutes in here. How do you think this game's going, though, Kyle? It's an advantage for either team, you think, or is it just pretty even?
No, I think a lot of it's just going to come down. It's all about Dota comes down to Roshan and tier 3s, and to an extent Raxes, because those are the tools you use to get Raxes. So I think the key hero for OG is just this Leshrac. If S4 can get going, and really start to accelerate, I think he can just crush the game.
Yeah.
I think that if you're ML, you need to play away from this Viper, get Phoenix 6, and then force some big team fight when they go for your PL later on.
Ooh, they caught Leshrac rotating over, but they need to run at the Nightmare.
Yeah, bottom lane, they're on PL. No Doppel for a while, he's probably just dead.
And the good old run at you, Strat. Oh, nice job getting to the creep. Pops a salve, and he has a Doppel in 2 seconds. He avoids the roll. Doppelganger, yes, over the ledge. He's still somehow alive. Walking away barely. Okay. Get going with the nudes. Nope, the juke. Polar smash. How is he still living? God.
Noto was trying to save the mana for heal, but he's just, you know what, I'll take it. I'll take the kill. Top lane, Viper strike onto the Phoenix. He's going to get forced to die. He actually dies in 1 hit? Maybe. Close.
Yeah, he's good for now. Has that early urn picked up, as we see.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Fly gets some very aggressive vision.
Do you see that all chat?
Got me. Oh, yeah.
I love that. It's funny though, that's the sort of communication you actually have in these sorts of games where No-Tail recognizes PL can't play Dota against me, so hey Viper, don't die when PL TP's in, because a lot of teams try to get kills out of their lane swaps.
Yeah.
And you don't want to die, as he might have, by just hitting that tower, and then all of a sudden there's an unexpected PL and a Tusk on top of you.
Expecting it, but now PL, he's in the jungle instead. So, calls his bluff. Goes to the jungle, trying to recover on some farm right there. You mentioned possibly a Battle Fury idea, but I will say the last couple times we've seen him play it, he's pretty much gone straight into the defusal. So.
And S4 is just, this is the sort of game you want if you're OG. S4, top of the net worth charts, closely behind is the Omni Knight. They are feeling really good about the way this game is being played out, I think.
Yeah.
And they can just
Radiant's
turn this
bottom
advantage
tower
into
is under
immediate
attack.
objective pressure, which is one of the reasons I like their draft so much.
Do you think it would be a mistake if he goes straight into Diffusal Blade, or does he need the Battle Fury?
I mean, I honestly don't know. It's such a hard PL game at this point. Anytime you're forced to jungle on a hero that's arguably one of the strongest in lane, you don't feel good. And he's behind his Phoenix right now in net worth, so I don't know. You tell me. I'm not sure which I would go here.
Yeah.
Lane, Cinderin.
S4 is, he's all over the place. He's top, he's middle, he's bottom, getting kills. Back at the top lane. Speaking of that, Keizu standing his ground against a Viper. They're going to roll in with a snowball. Koikva's here as well. S4, though, guess what? Now he's at the top lane. He pops and pulls Nova. They're just ticking down like crazy. And Koikva, not much he can do except just accept death. Great hero blocking from Fly as well. S4 is absolutely carrying right now. 5-0-3 on the Leshrac.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they're going to push top with the
Radiant
Diabolic
structures
Edicts.
are fortified.
Yeah, he's dominated. This is a hero that, throughout this event alone, you might want to think about banning Leshrac against OG, especially later on in the draft.
I think this is just,
Radiant's bottom tower
it's really
has
just
fallen.
OG, I think. I mean,
Radiant's
Mad Lads
top
is playing with a
tower is under
stand-in.
attack.
OG's got so much more experience, and if you look at the
Dire's
drafts and the
middle tower
strategies these
is
teams
under
are trying to
attack.
play, it looks like
Radiant
Mad Lads is
structures are
drafting
fortified.
around just hero matchups and counter picks, and OG is doing the same, but also ensuring that they have a really nice game plan and a lot of heroes that work well and mesh together. And I think it shows in the way that they're able to move around the map and just execute. Like, it looks good.
And it does. No tail.
Radiant's
Bottom
bottom
lane.
tower
He's
is
playing the
under
Omni Knight.
attack.
He finishes the drums. He's pushed pretty far up in the Radiant jungle. He's having a free time, though. No reason to be scared as, oh, Jerax. He goes down in the middle lane, actually. Koikfa finds him. Oh, stuck by himself, trying to leech some experience. Koikfa's like, nope, you ain't doing that. Gonna find the free kill. At least on him. So we mentioned Koikfa played a great Tiny the first game in the losing effort for Mad Lads, but definitely they could use that again. As I say that, though, net worth, this is looking so good for OG. And now top lane, Viper running after him once again. KZU does have a Supernova. We'll see if that comes into play or not. Man, continuing to run. Level 3 corrosive skin, barely keeping alive. Daddy No-Tail's coming in for the purification heal. He at the last second, puts the repel up. Here's a Guardian Angel, and here comes the turn, baby. Supernova, not going to matter. They kill it pretty quickly. As Tusk goes down, and now Madara, can he get away? No doppelganger, 15 seconds. The Tusk shard block is not going to be successful. They run him down to the end, and they want more, damn it. The tier 1 tower included. As Tiny's also going to fall. OG, that's a turn fight if I've ever seen
Radiant's
one.
top tower is under attack.
So good. He rolls in while rolling, drops
Radiant's
another
top
stone,
tower has
silences the
fallen.
Tiny. Like,
Oh.
just, I mean, it didn't
Dire's
matter, but
middle
like,
tower
I just
is
like
under
watching the
attack.
guy play. He's really good.
Makes it look easy, yeah. On that hero especially. But yeah, the clutch timing from Omni Knight, that's just how that hero works, though. Every time it feels like it's, you think you have a kill, all of a sudden he appears at the last second, and then it's turned. From there. So then that's a fight that really puts OG ahead now. You thought they were ahead before. 8,000 net worth at 11.5 minutes. Mad Lads, they're going to need to be desperate here soon. It's a matter of what. Phantom Lancer still doesn't even have his power treads finished. Ugh. That's the best response I got. Just ugh.
I don't really know.
Radiant
I
are
mean,
scanning.
I don't want to say it's over,
Never. Never over.
but I'm looking backstage, and Aretha Franklin is doing her do re mi's right now.
Just love it, man.
Radiant's middle tower
Bane's
is under
dead.
attack.
Then Cinderin is dead. They get mid tower. They're going to continue to starve the map. Flies up
scanning.
top. He's going to try and finish his 6.
Radiant's middle
Buryu's
tower is under
farming
attack.
jungle. You got Jerax
Dire's
placing a really
top
nice
tower
ward,
is
identifying
under
the Tiny. He might be dead on
Radiant's
Koikfa in
middle
a
tower has
second.
fallen.
Yep, he runs into the trap that is Jerax. Opens up, magnetize even applied, and follow-up damage more than enough. And no tail credit for the kill. So you can just tell it's OG just stomping all over Mad Lads here in game number 3. And it's one of those cases, going into a final match, a best of 5. The first 2 games have definitely been pretty back and forth to an extent, and pretty competitive, I think is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But game 3, it is looking like a bit of a stomp in the works.
I just love watching OG play. So they push this mid lane. They know they aren't going to go for towers, so 2 split top, 2 split bottom, and they place wards on the way, so they can just find kills. They force ML out of this lane, and they almost grab a kill there. And in the meantime, bottom lane, they're going to chase PL. He's forced to doppel. 6 stun cancel from S4.
Yeah, not going to go through with it, but Madara's still not out of here just yet. He has a TP. Jarek's blind stun. Oh, God, it's so close. No, wait. Oh.
I
Okay.
think that was a long TP. He
Yeah,
actually
that was.
had it.
Maybe he figured he just TP'd her. Maybe he just didn't even see him, but he TP'd to the tier 1 tower.
Oh, 6 sleep by Buryu. They're going to find S4 here.
Tormented.
Need
All right.
sort of kill.
That's the beginning of a comeback. That's how it starts, at least. Big bounty kill, but Vayne, in response, he's probably dead. In fact, now Koikfa's also in a bad spot. Here comes KZU, though. Supernova in the distance. Viper focus fire, and they just kill the egg immediately. Out comes the chaotic offering as well. Tiny's going to die, most likely. The boulder smash going through, almost connected on Tusk, even. But that Degen are level 4. Can he get close enough? He's just out of range. There we go. Phase boots, and now he's close. Push forward.
Kick forwards on the way. Got a good snowball from Buryu. Nice try on the block.
He's doing his best.
Sigil's gonna die as well. Hey, just really nice play from OG. Like, whenever you recognize you can't take an objective, there's no reason to sit on that dead part of the map. And that cut was just so fast. They placed wards, so they push the lane, they get vision in the area, and then they immediately rotate because they know that Mad Lads is split up, and they then force fights and active engagements, and they take total map control instead of just the one lane.
Yeah, OG continuing to be impressive, and I could appreciate that. It's a stomp of a game. But you definitely got to appreciate the play that OG's making here, especially game number 3. And looking so good doing so, up 2-0 again, trying to get to the major event that is. And obviously this is a team that again had the hiccup in the group stages. No longer playing with Resolution. In case you aren't aware yet, this is Mad playing in place of him. And
I think it's an interesting... It's hard to really understand roster changes from the outside of a team. You never really know like what the story is, but even just watching OG play, Resolution, I don't think you could say is like it was ever going to be the worst player on OG. However, when they're playing with Mad in place of him, they're now empowering S4 a lot more, whereas Resolution is a player I think talented enough to make you play around him. And it's the same with EG. Getting rid of Universe, finding Misery, and now they are playing more around Sumail and Arteezy than 3 cores. And it's very difficult to play around 3 cores. One of them is always going to have to kind of have a backseat role, play this DK, the Viper, the DP, etc. And I think both of these teams are having a lot of success by sort of saying, we don't care whether you're the safe lane, mid, or off laner, like you're going to be this hero, we're going to empower our other cores.
Yeah. I think it was a great way to put it, actually. And you kind of see that throughout these qualifiers. Not to overreact either, but, here they are looking pretty good in the online qualifiers for MDL. And, again, this one's not over just yet, technically. It's 12,000 net worth lead at 16.5 minutes, but game still moves on. Mad Lads is trying to find any kind of opening and keeping that up on the progress here. You have a Diffusal Blade being picked up by Phantom Lancer. You have KZU dying middle lane as he's caught by the Earth Spirit there initially. But that Diffusal is coming, and Tiny will have his tool for initiating as he's going to go the Blink. So it's just simply, trying to get a couple of kills here and there with that, and who knows, maybe. But Leshrac, Bloodstone's already finished, 15 charges even on it already. And he's heading bottom to defend at this point.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You got Viper, a Shiva's being built even, already plate mail picked up.
Yep. No tails going Radiance on the Omni. So last game was, Drums Radiance on the S4 bad. Now it's the no tail Omni Knight, but it's just so interesting watching. There seems to be so many similarities between what OG is doing and what EG is doing, and they're executing it in different ways. They have different preferred heroes. S4 is playing Leshrac instead of Pugna like Sumail would, but it's just really interesting to watch. I think they're playing really well.
Middle tower is under attack.
Omni Knight putting the repel on himself in the backlines. Quick, we're going to jump in. The Guardian Angel, though, preventing any kill on it. Jerax, at least for the time being. Bria rolls in. Chaotic offering response. Koikva going to start taking away. Sunray off to the side, maybe trying to finish off Mad, and they will do that with Madara running after him. So numbers-wise, actually, so far a successful fight for Mad Lads as they kill PL. S4 still well alive. Gets here pretty late, but they've retreated. So, just do that a couple more times. Maybe there's something going for Mad Lads here, but now...
maybe.
Maybe. Just maybe. You never know.
Thing is, there's no egg and no Radiance yet on Omni. They walk into Roche. They're gonna just take this out. I mean, you could probably look to defend, but with no egg, I don't think they have the team fight capable of fighting Roche, and they're just gonna kill. Oh, there's the stun, but yeah, he's dead.
Doesn't matter.
16 charges on the Bloodstone now. Tiny with a blink. That's no diffusal yet on Madara. KZU's almost finished his Midas.
Dire's courier has been
He gets the courier though.
There you go. Quick by getting something out of that. On the other side of the spectrum, you have a team in Mad Lads who's obviously more recently put together. And you did bring up, and we haven't stressed that too much throughout, but they are technically using a stand-in. Buryu, as great of a player as he is, maybe next time is actually their actual position 4 player, but of course he's been at the WESG event.
Does he draft?
I don't know, actually. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I do. He doesn't. No comment.
No comment. Team Greece, by the
I
way,
mean,
they finished 3rd place at the event, so.
Yeah.
Congrats
Well,
to them.
they lost to the eventual winners.
To Team Russia, yeah. AKA almost Virtus Pro. So,
Virtus Pro minus arguably the best mid player in the world.
almost Virtus Pro.
Yeah. Bottom
Keizu.
lane Esport was chasing. So,
Dire's bottom tower
he's
is
getting
under
baited
attack.
a bit. He probably wanted to back. He is Aegis though,
man.
so actually just didn't care.
Okay. They need to get here quickly, though.
They need to get out of
Dire's
here.
middle
That's what they need to
tower is
do.
under
They
attack.
know
So.
this as well.
Okay. Yeah, Phoenix
Dire's
probably going to be the
structures
victim in the
are
end. So they get the Aegis burn, but... Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can do this?
What?
This is possible?
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Okay. Just
All right.
Phoenix things.
Got to tune into the Keizu stream for more tips and tricks like that one.
Yeah, apparently. He seemed confident that he could do that, too. I mean, he's done that before. So, that looked fun. All right, at least he escapes, and yeah, they get the Aegis burn, and everyone gets out alive. Again, a couple of just key plays being made here from Atlas to, if anything, keep in the game. And buy time for Shadow Blade to now be finished on Tiny, Phantom Lancer. With the Diffusal, as we mentioned, he's pushing out top lane. Probably needs to get back, though, as they're already in the base. And toss on S4, toss him into the midst of a fight here. But Omni Knight nearby. Guardian Angel is ready if need be. Doesn't even need it just yet, though. Repel's put up instead. Bane buys back immediately. The split up catches a couple, including Phoenix. Quick fast to make his way back to base. So far, Phantom Lancer is not back. He is still pushing that top lane, wants the tier 2 tower. And he may get it,
What
actually.
does he do in this engagement right now?
Dire's middle
True.
tower is under attack.
Still trying to make the best of it, but
Radiant's
will he come
bottom
back
tower
now is the
under
question,
attack.
because now your racks are starting to go
Radiant's
down.
bottom tower has fallen.
And they still have a
No
GA,
egg.
though.
Dire's middle tower is under
You're gonna
attack.
respawn.
Radiant's
this is
bottom
just dead
barracks
racks.
are under attack.
Chaotic
Still
offerings
Golems.
ready.
Yeah, they can't. They have a
Radiant's
Radiance
bottom
on Omni
barracks
Knight.
has
Like, how do you
True.
fight into this right now?
Viper trying to get that repel.
Dire's
Yeah,
top tower
Madaris, he's
is
still up
under
here. And you
attack.
know what? This is actually okay for Mad Lads. He
Yeah.
might get the tier
This is
3.
good. They want to keep stalling here if they can.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
OG's
attack.
going back in. They catch
Dire's
Tiny.
top
They're going to
tower
lose top
is
tier
under
3.
attack. Dire's
As they
top
do right there in
tower
No
is
Tail. He has a TP out. No, he's going to be stopped, though. That was a very ambitious TP there.
Dire's top
And so he
barracks
doesn't
are
have
under
one now.
attack.
Madar's still going in. He's going to kill the range tracks at this rate. What is happening? Buryu goes down. I mean, this was the game plan here from Mad Lads.
Really good control from both teams, though.
Dire's
OG not
top
losing
barracks
anyone
are under
extra.
attack.
They don't TP back, like, and Madara also with Balls of Steel, like, not
Radiant's
leaving the
bottom
lane because he
barracks
understands,
has
like, if I
fallen.
TP back, they're just gonna fight us and we're gonna lose. Another cancel TP from OG. They recognize PL's TP'd out, so they can just sit here as 4. Eventually, Leshrac will come back down. He's buying
Okay.
bots as well to do just that.
Okay, so he's going to join the team here, yeah. So stick around a little bit longer. And sure, they'll have to fight Phantom Lancer now, who, by the way, went in casual Hooded Defiance. But against this lineup, it does make sense, though.
Yep, I like the decision. It looks bad from OG's point of view. Like, they get the racks, but they lose the tier 3 and the range racks, even though they're super far ahead. But they didn't
What
want
have
to
we here?
lose anything. Like, that's a small loss, okay?
Sure.
Like, that's when you got, you know, maybe you got king, queen, pre-flop, and someone, you know, 3-bets you. You just fold, you know, because he's got aces. And in this sense, OG is the team with aces, and all they need to do is not make any egregious errors. They'll slowly be able to win this game. They can wait for next Roche if they need to. And, you know, there's just no rush for them.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure you don't TP back, have someone die to PL, he takes Rex anyway, your Omni dies, like your Viper dies, and you're like, oh shit, we've like thrown the game.
Yeah. It's their game to lose, is safe to say. Nice shard block right there. So Jarek's jumped in, but now he's by himself. Trying to deal with Tusk, who's just TPing away, actually. And will survive because of that, but Roshan,
That
of
was
course,
super
well,
would have died
yeah.
soon.
Qualifier. Oh boy. Okay, he's being ran at now with that Radiance. Tosses him away for now. Can he get the blink off? No, the Radiance burn. But he has a Shadow Blade. And should be good. Yeah, he's going to run. Any kind of gem?
I like the
No, not yet.
itemization
Oh, yeah.
from OG is really good. You got a Shiva
Radiant's
soon to
middle
have
tower
come
is
up
under
on
attack.
Viper. They're gonna go BKB next on S4. Omni's just buying a pipe after Radiance, and they're gonna hit this. Oh, sorry, that's Greaves. And they're just gonna hit a
Radiant's
timing
middle
where
tower
they
has fallen.
don't die on anyone, and the PL's gonna go in and just sort of slowly die to the massive amounts of AoE damage.
Radiant's
Maybe they
middle
don't even
tower
wait, they
is
just go
under
now.
attack.
Well, that they are. They're just going now. You have S4 in
They
the
have
front.
a lot of gold
Radiant
saved up, though.
structures are fortified.
That's true. No-till especially. 3,500 almost.
Healing and
Viper is
power.
400, 300 from Shivas. I think you just go kill the shrines right now. Like, top shrine, let Viper farm, get Shivas, get the item on no-tail, then go do this.
Yeah. And maybe with this creep wave here, going to start falling back, but no, they're still hanging around. So yeah, OG insisting that don't necessarily need those next tier items just yet. Derex, he's looking for his position. I mentioned earlier no gem, but no, actually Air Spirit does have a gem. On Bean's grip lockdown on S4. There's the support though with the Repel Supernova in the front line. It's probably going to be killed off pretty quickly though, it looks like it. Oh, it might get up. No, he does explode at the last second. GA used a response from Omni Knight. Buyback on Tusk as he died as well. Koikfa though, he's going to have to buy back as he just gets ran at here between the Viper and the Leshrac. Cinderin, Nightmare stays alive for now. But 3 buybacks already used, so clearly OG winning this fight so far. Viper did go too far. The Repel's put up, barely saving it for the time being, and it's going to keep him alive for just a little bit now. Another Toxic put down as he dies, but now Phantom Lancer caught in that. Tusk dead as well. And down goes Phoenix right there. So Omni dead with the Viper on OG's side, but S4, he is still a freaking beast. That Pulse Nova ticking down with the tie ball. He has 24 charges on the Bloodstone. He gets a triple kill out of nowhere, it feels like. That's just all that rapid damage happening around him. And it's just tiny. A lot of buybacks used there.
Luckily, this Leshrac is unbelievably ahead of the game. Otherwise,
Yeah.
that might have turned ugly for OG. I mean, they're diving base into buybacks with so much gold. I mean, Viper lives there if he has a Shiva's 100%, but instead he dies just before his 4-step
Radiant's top
comes up
tower
cooldown.
has fallen.
Yeah, so much for playing it
Radiant's
safe
top
if you're
barracks are
OG.
under attack.
This was kind of unnecessary, but it did work out in the end, as pointed out, and they might not get the racks right here, but S4 is being healed up again. 25 charges now on the Bloodstone. You see resurrections happening as well, and they are going to retreat now finally, so. Omni Knight, he did finish the mech. He is going to go for the Guardian Greaves with those phase boots, double boot strat.
To the impurities.
Pretty strong.
Invisibility.
It's Viper. Yeah, the Shiva's almost on
Radiant's
it.
top
He's
shrine
the
is
recipe
under
still.
attack.
So the other side though, Phantom Lancer, Yasha picked up. You have Tiny. He's going Blade Mail actually. That's again when you know. Just simply trying to react to the game and get an item that's going to help them right now. And that's if he doesn't die here, which he's probably going to. He does buy it at least before he dies, but that's going to be a dieback. 70 seconds. Cinderin's also dead for 35 now.
27 charges on the Bloodstone.
Radiant's
BKB
top
active.
barracks are under attack.
Mid lane
Yep.
no-tail's just warring with BL.
Keeping him busy. Another Supernova attempt. This one could get off.
Radiant's middle tower is under
No.
attack.
So close.
That really was. There you go. It's official. OG is going to the MDL Major. They qualify with a 3-0 victory over Mad Lads.
OG
Congratulations to them. Again, this event started off with that hiccup there. All the credit to Moriarty for the Open Qualifier team for defeating him in the group stages, but OG, they ran through the playoffs, not losing a single game. And they take it.
I mean, I think that just demonstrates, OG, but above, how would I put it? They're just a team full of professionals. I think Tal, Notel, Evany on the back end, like, they just build teams that try to win and commit themselves fully to this task. So there's some teams that probably tilt. You lose an open qualifier team in group stage with like your brand new roster. It can be really demoralizing, but they just learned from it and they didn't drop a game since that series. Not a single one.
Nope.
And I think they found a really good draft archetype. They're, in my eyes, playing around one of the best players in Dota like throughout history in S4 and allowing him far more impact in games on heroes that he prefers to play. Like S4 Lesh, it's been some sauce for quite some time. So I'm excited to see them moving forwards, and I hope that they can have the results they're looking for at the actual event, because obviously qualifiers,
Yeah.
they're pretty good at now. It's just a whole other ball game when you have to go against the Liquid, the VPs, and the Secrets of the World.
Exactly, and that is the biggest thing. Again, not to overreact, but I'm definitely with you. It does feel like this with the new roster and everything. OG, they've already found things clicking together,
Yeah.
and a comfort factor.
I don't think it would be wrong of me to say that I expect them, and I'm sure they expect to win qualifiers. I think their goal is to start actually competing to win some lands. I don't think any of the teams in the European qualifier should be able to beat OG if they're playing well.
Well, we got OG winning 3-0 again. In this case, in the playoffs, going undefeated throughout, and very, very deserving with it. Mad Lads on the other side coming up just short. Good effort from them, though. Again, the great roster that is on their side, and we'll see as they continue on through more qualifiers themselves. But that means we are going to be coming to a conclusion here. It's been a fun 5 days of coverage in total here for the MDL European qualifiers. OG taking it in the end. Kyle, obviously, I want to thank you for joining me. Always fun to have you on as a co-caster. Any shout-outs, any last words from yourself before we wrap up?
Nope. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. I've had a lot of free time recently, so it's nice to have something to do. I appreciate it, and I don't know. Have a wonderful day, Nick, and thanks for having me on. It's a blast from the past, gotta say.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe more to come as well. That's ultimately up to you in the end. But we'd love to have you on some more. With some casting coming up here. So always fun, Kyle. OG, again, congratulations one more time to them. Taking it. The roster of Fly, Mad, Jarex, S4, and Big Daddy No Tail. Going to the LAN, that is. So as far as the MDL LAN, I believe it's still a little bit away. The main event is set to take place in May timeframe. Yeah, mid-May there. So this is one of the earlier qualifiers to wrap up. In fact, the first one for it. So you got Virtus Pro, Newbie, Secret, and Vici Gaming, the invited teams. And now you have OG joining the ranks. It will be a 12-team major, as it's looking like, coming up here in that mid-May time frame. So congratulations again to them. We are wrapping up, though, for the night. So once again, want to thank you, as always, for tuning in. You can find me at BreakyCPK on Twitter. You can find Kyle, of course, at melonzzdota as well. And we'll be seeing you guys next time. Thank you once again. Until then, take it easy, guys.